Welcome to my channel. My name is Millie. My YouTube channel is Buy It, Use It, Break It, Fix It. And I have some thoughts to the new MacBook Pros out there with the 6-core CPU and 13-inch 4-core CPU, and actually the problem with it. Well, I guess the main problem is the price. I mean, that's sick what they want to have for that machine. But okay, that's Apple. Well, it's not okay actually. It's crazy what they are charging for, for a laptop. Let's say you're really a pro user and you want to use your laptop for, creating videos, doing your photo work and all this kind of things. And especially if you're working with videos and you want to use Final Cut or Premiere Pro, and just make this your new MacBook really worth the money. So you cannot really use it for your work because it's overheating. The construction of the MacBook. Now let me show you this. This is my old MacBook Air from 2012. I got this when I was visiting the US. I loved it there. I got it from the Apple store in New York in the middle of the night. It was cool, kind of, for me, because back then we didn't have any Apple stores in Austria. Now we have one. Well, whatever. And I got this because finally they introduced the USB-free standard to the MacBook Air, and I thought this is cool. This is super light. This is portable, and this is all I need when I do video work on the road, where I just want to transfer some data or do some very basic editing. And back then it was no 4K. It was basically 1080p. And you can do some 1080p editing on this in Final Cut. It's pretty cool. Anyhow, I would like to have one of the new MacBook Pros. I cannot afford it at the moment, but still I would like to have one. But on the other hand, I know how these things work. I know that the powerful CPU is producing a lot of heat, and you just don't have enough space or not a good enough cooling system in the new MacBook Pros. You just cannot ever utilize the full potential and the full power of the CPU. So it's kind of crazy to spend all this money for a new laptop when the specs are great, but you cannot use them because it's overheating. So when it's overheating, the system is protecting your laptop and the CPU by making the whole system run much slower. So like when you would work on a video, your CPU would throttle down, and instead of the full, I don't know what they have, 3 point something megahertz, gigahertz power, you're just working with a much slower speed. So you actually could also just use an older laptop and still achieve the same result, more or less. So I thought this is really crazy that you buy a brand new MacBook Pro and then it's overheating. I mean, I don't understand how Apple can even start selling this. And also what I don't understand, they must know that people nowadays on the internet, on YouTube, they that test these things, and they will have a really good look at them and try to find out what's great and what's not so great about them. And it took Dave Today, I guess, not even 2 days to find out that you get a much better performance out of your new MacBook Pro 6-core thingy when you put it into the freezer while you try to export a video, and that's just crazy. So here's my proposal for a solution that is doable, I think. Apple themselves could do it. That would be probably the best way and the best solution. But somebody else, a third party, could possibly also do it. Here's my idea. Let me show you my old MacBook Air. It would be cool to have something like uh, you know, like a replacement part from the bottom part of your laptop. Like what I mean is, unscrew this thing, take it away, and put in another thing that is a little bit thicker, you know, so that you can fit the SSD inside, so that you can fit regular USB 3.0 ports, so that you can have a SD card slot, so that you can have even a better cooling solution. That would be my main idea, you know, where if you design it right, you can place it right above the existing cooling solution and have a good connection and have an extra fan and really try, you know, help to cool the CPU much better. So this is my idea, how Apple could make the MacBook Pro really a Pro again. Because actually, as a Pro, sure, you care about weight and all these things, but you actually need to do some work with it. You need to get some things done, and if you cannot, then it's not a Pro product. So then you cannot work with it. So that means you have to look for other solutions. And I mean, there are other laptops and other solutions. Unfortunately, none of them run Mac OS, and none of them, you know, support Final Cut Pro. And if you love to work in this environment, you need a MacBook. But as they are, you cannot use them. It's a waste of money to spend all that money for something that it's just not designed well. If a laptop is not cooling down the CPU, and the CPU cannot perform, so why do you put a powerful CPU in that thing? Just don't. Then just, you know, build MacBook Airs or I don't know what, and just sell them for web browsing and nothing else, and don't put a Pro sign on it. So this is my idea. Make the bottom part, make a replacement for the bottom part of the MacBook Pro, for the 13 and 15 inch thing, and allow people to upgrade it as they want. So the one part could be, or you know, on both sides you could have USB 3.0 ports. You could have a SD card port, as I said. You can have and you should have a much better cooling solution, at least a fan, but best would be some additional heat spreader. And I imagine that Apple, if they would do it, they could find a way to connect, you know, the USB-C connector to this, let's call it a hub, from the inside. Or if not from the inside, then have a really flat cable that could connect this USB. You know, this is a USB 3, but it would be USB C with the bottom part of your hub, and just have a, you know, a thicker MacBook Pro with all the things inside that you need. Even if Apple would do that, they could design it that way that you have more battery, you have, you know, you just can put two SSDs of your own in inside, fit inside. You can have all the ports that you need, and you would have a much better cooling solution. So I don't know. That's my idea. Maybe somebody can pick it up. And well, this is one of my very first videos on this channel, and I'm not used to talking into the camera, and I'm actually from Austria, so my English is not, you know, not perfect or something, but whatever. Kind of trying to get used to talk to the camera, and I don't know, there's a little flame inside me burning for tech, and also wanting to make videos, kind of, and wanting to get better with this talking to the camera, and you know, just lose the fear of talking to you guys and talking to the camera, and kind of embrace that we have the internet and we can use it for this kind of stuff. We can use it for, you know, for all, you know, to speak up for whatever it is, be it politics, be it computer thing related, be it smartphone related. And yeah, this, I call this channel actually, what did I call it? Buy it, use it, break it, fix it. Yeah, okay, I know it's a little bit, you know, inspired by Daft Punk, but it's a cool thing, and I will try to, I will, I will kind of try to stick to it, make it as fun as I can. Well, this is the first one, and I decided to kind of do live stream so that I just, you know, just do it. But actually, I'm a little bit inspired by Peter Paul Chato. I don't know how to say his name right. Let me switch to this. Okay, here is his channel. I really like his humor and how he's doing his YouTube channel, and he inspired me to actually really give it a try. And hi Peter, I'm not funny yet on this one, but just starting out. And of course, I like Rossmann, who does a lot of MacBook repair stuff. If you don't know his channel, but I'm sure you know his channel. Maybe Louis has a even better idea how to implement this, but or maybe he can produce it. I don't know. I think it would be a really cool thing to offer something like that you really can screw into your existing MacBook Pro and have it permanently there, and yeah, okay, have a little bit heavier and thicker laptop, but have everything that you need inside without this dongle madness craziness thing. And yeah, this is Dave to these channels. I will put links to the channels down below, and if you can, share the video, or yeah, you know, write me a comment, share your ideas, or whatever, you know. Okay, see you the next time. My name is Millie. It was nice to have you here. Bye. Bye, if I can find the right button.